literally like 2 years, but you wouldn't notice because like we'll like change it around. Some shit just doesn't sell, but it's like decor. Like that chair is $1,800.
No
but
shit.
it just, I don't care if it doesn't sell because it looks great. You know,
Right.
So it's one of those things that's like a lot of things like nobody comes here and buys expensive things. Very rarely. They'll spend like
Just like odds and ends.
they'll spend like under $100. That's like my like go-to, but I like to have trickle things in, like a human skull. That's like $1,200. Like this baboon, I think is like $1,000.
Monkey ass.
Yeah, that asshole. But and then a lot of people buy T-shirts. It's a big one.
Word, that's what type of time I would be on. I would definitely be coming to the spot and grab some teas.
Yeah, we're like upgrading our entire fucking like merch situation. Like
like a full like redesign or
yeah, well, that's like one of our biggest sellers. So it's like I want to get hats, fucking shoes, pants, like everything you can think of that has to do with merchandise. Like we're gonna carry it, which is nice because people want to like travel here and grab it. You know.
Facts.
Are we rolling?
We always rolling.
oh yeah, we normally just do.
Yeah,
like
we're always
we
rolling.
just bring in a bullshit intro
Yep.
and then a 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody back to Super Smash Productions. You have Crash,
You got Doovie,
You got your boy Flyboy,
aka
Ty,
a.k.a.
Golden Bass,
What else?
aka
Golden Monkey. I like the monkey in here, so we gonna roll with that.
All right, that's
You know
fair
what I'm
enough.
saying? Oh, hold on. Main event young.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Anything else tonight?
I think I'm gonna let that rock tonight. That's it for right now.
All right.
Maybe
and,
something later.
We do have a special guest. If you want to introduce yourself.
My name is Josh Balz, aka just Josh Balz. Which is
Yes, sir.
you know what's weird? It's like my last name is Balz. I've been plagued with it
Balls.
since Balls. Like,
Balls.
Yeah, like, and I've been plagued with it my entire life. And people always think it's like a nickname or like a something or whatever. And I'm like, nope, it's just Balls. And then when I was like younger in school, teachers would be like afraid to say it, so it'd be like Josh. Bales, Balz. They would say literally everything. So I'm like, lady, it's fucking Balls. Just say it, get it over with.
Get it over with.
The class laughs, and then on with our day. You know,
Right.
It's better than my last name getting butchered at my college graduation. Duh, I don't even look Greek, and they just call me Matthew Wigopoulos. Like, it's Welgopolski. I didn't even get the ski at the end of
Yeah,
it.
I would butcher that too. I'd just be like that guy.
Yeah, Wig, W-I-G. This is what works for me.
Well, thank you for having us, man. This is
Of course, our first on set, like our first on location.
I think this is the first podcast I've done from in the store.
Word,
awesome.
and it's definitely a vibe in here.
Yeah.
I like the vibe.
Yeah.
Like I've done. I can't even think how many podcasts at this point, and they're usually from like my office because it's always, you know, it's never visual. So I'm always like in sweatpants, like in my office or at my
Word.
house. So it's like it's nice to be able to change that up a little bit and have like face to face or like just have a conversation with a bunch of dead shit around, which is nice.
It's a rare occasion that I actually have sneakers on. I normally have my Crocs on, and they make fun of me for it.
Oh,
So-
listen, I have Crocs with spikes. You ever see those goth Crocs?
No, I haven't.
So my assistant, I think it was for my birthday. She made me goth Crocs. So it's Crocs, black Crocs, and they have huge spikes that come out of them. They're fucking awesome.
That's
I wear
badass.
them all the time.
You put them Jones in sports mode.
Always.
I'm saying?
We did some like live thing. I work with this company called Space Zebra and DWP. It's like a huge rock festival, and we did this skit where we were out on a river like filming, and they're like, "I dare you to jump in," and I was like, "All right, fuck you." I put them in sport mode. And
Exactly.
jumped in the river,
Word,
and
word.
they were great. Sport mode works.
Facts.
We're also drinking this fantastic grouper. Well, I have some birch beer, but
I got some butter. Me and T. I got
Parlor.
the
Yeah, we
butterscotch.
got the
Delicious.
butterscotch.
Yeah, I
you
went
know
with the
what I'm saying?
butterscotch tonight too.
It's
Hey, you know
kinda
what?
fire.
It's always weird. Like I still don't realize, like, This Strange and Unusual is my company. I own a bunch of different companies, and I still don't realize that they're mine. I'm just like, this is a cool place, like, nice. But when I started a root beer company, I was just like, it was very weird. My friend came up to me and was like, hey, let's open a soda shop. That's where it came from, because I love retail. I love, even though it's a pain in the fucking ass, I love experiences. And he's like, came to me, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I have that kind of time, blah, blah, blah. Retail thing is a thing. And I was like, you know, we're like, well, what if we take it to the next level? We start a fucking root beer brand. And everybody thought we were crazy. And then 8 months later, you know, we have our own root beer brand, which is Parlor, which we have root beer, butterscotch root beer, and birch beer. And we brew it locally at SBC in...
Oh, it is at SBC?
Yeah,
I was wondering where it was brewed.
So,
That's lit.
So they do it. It's not white label. Like, we had the ingredients. We tasted them. We did all the taste testing, all that shit. Like, and I fucking love it. Even though it's my product, and I would say I love it anyway, but it's so fucking good. And I had to take it out of my house. I was drinking it way too much. I was like, get this the fuck out of here.
I can see why, because I don't even like butterscotch, and I was like, let me try it.
Well, that's
you know
what you
I mean?
think.
Yeah.
No one ever thinks, like, we have on our cafe, we have a butterbeer latte. So it's butterscotch. No one thinks they like butterscotch, and then you have butterscotch, and you're like, motherfucker. Because you think it's
I used to get it like as a kid from my grandma.
That's the thing.
Keep that shit in
That's
the
what
bag.
people think of it. They think of, like, Werther's butterscotch little hard candy.
Checking her pockets.
Yeah.
So I used to love them.
Yeah,
So-
that was my favorite. I ain't like the peppermints.
I was a
we
cream
did-
saver guy.
Yeah, what the fuck? But that's what when I came to the table with all my other partners with Parlor, I was like, let's do a butterscotch. And they're like, what are you, 95 years old? And I was like, yeah, pretty much. Like, and I just kept pushing. I was like, listen, no one does butterscotch root beer. No one, like, touches butterscotch because they think it's, like, old and, like, bullshit, like, for old people. It's our number one seller. It's fucking awesome. And, like, when people taste it, they're like, oh man, weird. So they get it and they taste it and then they love it because it smells like butterscotch, tastes refreshing, then finishes like a dessert.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a bunch of different flavors. So I mean, I love it. I mean, I love all of them. But it's a weird thing, like, you're from NEPA and you start a fucking root beer brand. Like, everyone always thinks you're fucking crazy when you do. Like, well, I mean, who the fuck puts an oddity store in Kingston, Pennsylvania? This fucking idiot.
You did.
know. And then I did a Harry Potter cafe called Strange Brew. People thought I was crazy. It did great. You know, I have a goth bar in Scranton called Noir. People said, you're fucking crazy. No one's going to come to, like, everything's black and red, and, like, I have an altar as a back bar, and their tables are custom caskets. They're cut as caskets.
Oh,
That
that's
shit
awesome.
sound. That shit sound lit,
sounds
bro.
dope.
Let's shoot a video there.
Yeah, our drinks, like, our drinks smoke. We have our food gets served on, like, crosses and caskets and skulls and shit like that. So, and people thought I was fucking crazy, and we've been pretty much sold out. I would say, we've been open for almost a year now. I would say 75% of that we've been, like, pretty heavily sold out.
I could
That's
fuck with
awesome.
that.
Like reservation type. And
Yeah, I mean, we obviously accept walk-ins, but it's crazy that people give a fuck. And our chef is insane. It's like, his name is Dave Chiminelli. He used to own a restaurant called the Ronce in Duryea, I think it's called, or Old Ford or something like that. So we have weird shit on our menu.
Okay.
Like, we have a whole charcuterie board. One has, like, kangaroo on it and
Yes.
venison.
You got
and-
strange meats.
Oh yeah, we got weird meats. Like,
Word.
for 3 months last year, we were the only place in the country that had kangaroo on our menu.
What does that even taste like?
It's amazing. It's not gamey. It's because he marinates it like fucking crazy and it tastes insane. But it's like a sweeter steak. It's so fucking good.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Okay.
They just had bison for the first time a few months ago.
We have
so-
bison. on our
Crocodile
menu.
Dundee's rolling in his grave right now as we speak.
We have alligator on our menu. I
Now,
think-
alligator's good. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
alligator,
can
yeah.
fuck with some alligator.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna leave the menu soon. It's actually the least popular thing. It has, what is it on? Oh, we have a thing called also all of our names are fun. Like, we have a thing called the Sausage Party, where it's
Pause.
all a bunch of different meats on a
Pause.
platter. So I mean, that one comes with alligator, I think. So it's fun. It's an experience, and it's fun, and it's like, I grew up poor, and I always wanted a cool place to go. So we have things that are cheap
I was gonna say,
and
welcome to the
expensive.
valley. Welcome to the valley. So.
Listen, my mind over here is going, bro. It's like all I hear in my head is meats. I was poor. Meats. Pause. What do you mean? What's going on?
I mean, that's all you need to know. That's the basis of this entire thing.
Thinking about it more, I really did wish that we had a Dracula cape and you showed us
Yo.
the fake fangs.
I have a Dracula cape and it's probably here somewhere.
Yo, I was
honest.
going to say that when he was talking about the restaurant and shit. I was like, yo, that kind of fits my other persona, Dracula.
AKA now? Is
Yes.
that another one?
Yes.
You gotta stop.
I've been referencing it so much in the last few songs. It's just who I am now, Dracula.
I like that. That's good.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
have a Dracula. So I bought an entire lot of this funeral director that was selling a bunch of stuff, and he's like, I have this really cool Dracula's cape, and I'm like, I don't want your fucking cape. Like, I don't. But he's like trying to build it in the bundle. Like, and I was like, I don't want this fucking cape. He's like, well, it's hand stitched. It's like, it's got a big like fucking thing in the back, and it's black and red. And I was like, dude, I don't want this fucking cape. I'm not paying for it. And then by the end of the thing, and I was like, give me the fucking cape. God damn it. Like, so I have it somewhere. I don't know.
Have you ever put it on?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
actually had like a thing where it's like it has the necklace with the pentacle.
Big ass medallion.
Yeah, it's like this big, and I was like, I'm never gonna wear this. But I just towards the end of the situation, I was like, give me the fucking thing. God damn
Just
it.
catches himself walking around with the lights out. And
I probably
he's
would have did this.
flipping the cape.
Yeah.
Well, look, if I went somewhere,
Looking around.
if I went somewhere and they were selling like a Ric Flair robe,
Oh yeah, I'm
so I understand what he's saying. I'd go
Yeah.
wear that shit around the house all
Yo,
day.
this is a sidebar. Where the fuck did you get those glasses from? They fire.
These are YSL. I got them.
Ooh, he's
you know,
styling motherfucking fly shit. You know what I'm saying?
These-
Talk that
these are-
talk, my nigga.
These are wild. I got these. These are prescription glasses that I got at Angle Eyewear.
Okay.
A place in Wilkes-Barre. So they sell a lot of like high end designer glasses.
He
And
said YSL. Step your cookies up. Get your money up, bro.
That's true. Usually I have it's I only so everything from here down here to my pants are usually shit that I got for free. Always.
Word.
I'm a cheap fuck. I'll take whatever I can for free
Me too.
from whatever
All the
company they'll give it to me.
I ain't mad at you.
But shoes, I'm usually wearing like Prada boots and then like my YSL. So it's like all the way to the bottom, all the way to the top is usually good, and then everything in between is like I'm a garbage man, you know?
Word.
I could dig it. I could
You know,
dig it.
it's like the
Nigga
sandwich.
said Prada boots. Step your cookies up. Fly shit. Fly talk all day. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Step your
Yeah.
cookies up.
Do you have Prada boots?
No, but I got some
Sure.
Prada sneakers.
I have one pair of shoes and my Crocs. That's it.
I got mad kicks.
No.
I
You
always
see the new shits I pulled out there? You see the Pumas? You know what I'm saying? The RSX joints? You know
It looked nice.
what I'm saying? Fuck with me. Fuck with me. You know
you can always judge a man by his shoes.
what I'm saying?
It's
That's some
heavy.
fly shit.
Yeah, I mean I got my snowshoes on now, so
I can dig it. I get it. But those glasses is fire.
Thank you, I appreciate that. It's honestly one of the most complimented things I've ever got in my life, and it was really weird. Actually, my girlfriend was like, I brought her with me. I was like, "You're a good judge of character. You'll tell me if I look like a fucking idiot or not."
Right.
And we were going through all these glasses, and the lady was like, "Well, those are sunglasses," and I was like, "Well,"
Can you put some lenses in?
I was like, so we popped them out, and I was like, "Let's try them," and I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, they might be too much because there's no. I've never seen glasses without the top.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are these too much?" And she was like, "No."
Fire.
She's like, "Good." And I was like, "All right, here's $2,000 here." Cool.
Smooth shit.
That's how I
Talk that talk.
I will remember you as a guy with the, like obviously, but with the cool ass glasses. 'Cause I was saying it to myself. I was like, "Yo, those are some cool ass."
That's
shades.
why I had the sidebar because I'm saying,
Yeah.
you know, I like some fly
Yeah,
shit. so-
he's a sunglass
you know what I'm
connoisseur.
saying? I love glasses. So I'm like, yo, them
Yeah.
shits is
Yeah.
hard.
Speaking of you bringing your girlfriend with you, before I left the house,
Is your girlfriend here?
oh, my wife.
Yeah, he's a married man.
But she's like, I came down with these black jeans and a blue flannel on. She goes, I love your new haircut, but you got to go change that shirt. I was like, why? She goes, blue and black don't go together. I said, says who? Is that really a thing?
Says your wife.
No, that is not a thing.
That's what I was thinking. She goes,
Nah,
they
man.
don't match at all. And I'm like, all right. She goes, the great haircut, but you need to change your
I
shirt.
think it was her telling you looked stupid
Low key.
without like
I
telling
wear
you.
flannel
Shots fired.
every day.
She's like, hey, she's
Hey
like,
man, Boomhauer wear black and blue.
yeah, it's black and blue. It's literally black and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this,
Word.
black and blue. It looks great.
Looks
That's
great.
what
yeah.
I was
You know what I'm
thinking.
saying?
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
think
you know,
I think it probably just no offense.
It threw her off.
It was probably like her nice way of being like she didn't want to be like you look like an idiot.
I had my shirt tucked in and everything.
Listen, man.
No, I definitely didn't.
No, I think. Well, there is a whole color called blue black.
Is it?
Yeah, like if you ever color your hair black,
Is it bulk?
What?
Is it like bulk?
I don't
Is that
know.
what they call it?
What
Is
are you
that
saying?
bulk? Like
Bulk.
bulk.
BALT?
Maybe.
Like
no
cobalt?
idea what you're saying.
Yeah, like that. Like
So
some
I
shit
guess
like
it's
that.
a tint that's in some. There's like 2 different types. Because when I was a kid, I used to color my hair black always, and there was 2 different ones, and I used to always fuck up and get the blue black one, and it has like a blue undertone. I hated it so much.
Yeah.
And there's like another one that's like a just true black, but it was literally, it's a color called blue black. So I mean that you can't be wrong.
I think I've
Nah.
seen this color before. Honestly, I'm not even lying
Yeah.
to you.
So I mean,
Do you ever miss your long hair?
yes.
Your emo swoop?
Yes. I miss being able to. You could. So speaking of like
Teasing
design
it.
and draw and things,
Yeah.
hair is such an important accessory,
I ain't got none.
and I don't have any.
Bald as shit
No.
over here.
Yeah.
Baldini the Hood Genie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you styling right there
Yeah,
because
bald
you
boy.
got the tats on the top.
Yeah. Well, I had to. I shaved my head one day, and I was like, I look like a fucking idiot. So I went and got my head tattooed.
I'm getting to that point. My hairline's starting to go back more and more.
I ain't that
and
bold.
More, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
I ain't that bold.
So how bad did it
Horrible.
hurt? It hurt?
Horrible.
Yeah.
It's not finished.
No?
Yeah. There's so much more to go, and I'll never get it finished. It looks good enough.
Yeah.
Word, word.
That's where I'm
It's like,
at,
fuck
yeah.
it.
we could just pass it off as
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
Yep. So it was like one of those things where I was like, oh fuck. I was like, I look stupid. I'm gonna go get tattooed. So I got tattooed, and actually the first session was like 5 hours, and it was fine. I don't know why.
Pounding away at your skull.
It was fine. I was watching a movie. I was laying back, and they were tattooing from the top. And then every other set, there was 2 more sessions or 3 more sessions after that.
Mhm.
One session I sat for 15 minutes. I said no. It's like
Mm.
I'm good. It was like right when like where the skull meets the neck,
Yeah,
and it was literally like, I was like no. I was like I'm done.
can't handle it.
Sounds
I
terrible.
was like I'm a pussy, which is fine. But I was
Yeah.
like I'm gonna leave. I'm just done.
Yeah, I don't think I can handle that either.
No, it's
See, I don't have none because I'm really like picky on like what I want. But since you have like a ton, no disrespect, where do you think is like the best place I should start?
arm.
Arm?
This is the
Oh,
easiest
definitely
spot.
arm.
Is right here.
Where
Like here.
it's just right here?
Just on the fronts, like basically wherever hits a lot of sun hits, that's always the easiest spot. So like right here, your elbow fucking sucks.
I heard that.
Maybe
I got
your
the
calf.
palm. That was the worst.
How many
calf
times
is
have you
good.
had that redone?
This is one pass.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
wild. Yeah. Usually they fall out.
pounded
every
the
single
shit into that.
Yeah, it was super blown out. This is done like 7 or 8 years ago,
Mm.
maybe 9 years ago. I don't know. But yeah, it never fell out. I don't. He literally that's why it hurt so bad. He like literally stretched my hand open and just fucking and blew out every single
Hand
line.
was puffy, no daddy.
And then I wore. I think the trick was for like 4 days I put a piece of cardboard so I couldn't bend my hand, and I think that's what like really.
I thought you were
helped
gonna
out.
be like that dude from what was that book of Mice and Men that wore the glove with the Vaseline in it.
Well, I wear that every night.
What's his name?
yeah.
Curly.
So where's the
Spicy.
So besides, where do you think is like the worst place that you've gotten besides your head?
Palm is really bad. Back hurts. For me, it sucked. I hated it.
I got a little tat on my back at the.
What are you on? You say on? I thought you just said on your lower back.
No,
Oh,
no.
yeah, it says enter here.
Pause. Whoa. Whoa.
I have my entire back tattooed from the top to the bottom. I hated it.
To the bottom.
The
Pause.
butt hurts. The butt is like it.
You got your ass cheeks tatted?
Yeah.
Yo, you's a freak
sucks.
boy. You a
It
freak
sucks.
ass. I thought I was a freak ass nigga. You's a wild boy.
It feels like if you took a torch and you hit your skin with it.
Ooh.
It's a very different type of tattoo feel because the other ones don't feel like that. Nothing feels like it's. I don't know if it's because it's so fleshy,
Yeah.
and that's why. And I also don't have my stomach done. I can picture that being the same because it's like fleshy.
Yeah.
Because that fucking sucks.
I was
got my
one of
chest
those kids
tattooed.
at 17 that got my 12-letter last name tattooed across my shoulders like an
Oh,
idiot.
that sucks. That sucks.
I mean, do you pull up on bitches and be like, yo, you want to see my ass tat?
no. Something you gotta find, you know. I act like I have 0 tattoos. I
It
always
says
like,
buried treasures everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you gotta find
Like,
them. You
because
gotta
I mean,
earn
I'm just just strange and unusual. You with a bitch, you drinking a little something. Bitch, I got an ass tat. What? Bitch, do you want to see my ass? Pause.
You need to see my ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It's like fun little. It's like a treasure hunt. Yeah.
That's
I don't know about that.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel looking around here. Like I'm just like still like while we're recording, I'm just like, yo,
Yeah, peeping little shit, right?
this is dope.
There's some things. I guess I've gotten super used to it that it doesn't like blow my mind anymore because I've been doing this for so long that I love when people come in and enjoy it. It makes me really
like that.
happy.
That crossroads over there is reminding me of the what's the boy name of that be trying to fight Dracula with the. It's not Van Helsing. Is it Van Helsing?
This is one of them.
Yeah, one
the
of
big
them.
ass. The big. That's what that cross remind me of. I see that shit. Look like he pulled that shit out on you.
What was something that you like was going to buy and you were just like, nah, that's too creepy.
A full mummy.
For
Oh,
real.
shit.
Yeah, mummified human.
What made you?
Money.
Mm.
It was expensive.
I
Yeah.
got you.
I
Did
would
they
have
ha-
bought
Did
it.
it have like a curse or something?
No, I don't care about that. That shit doesn't bother me.
How expensive?
It was.
if you-
It was 5 digits.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah.
So you didn't tell me you ain't scared no crap. Like, what if that bitch got up?
That's okay.
Oh man, you.
I respect
Oh.
energy more than anything in the entire world. And
Yeah, I mean,
I-
you know what I'm saying?
and I feel like it doesn't bother me because I know it's there. I understand it's there, and I don't fuck with it. Like we sell Ouija boards. I don't fucking touch them.
Oh, word.
well,
Yeah,
that's
no,
one
no,
thing
no,
my mom
no.
told me.
Yeah,
as
I
a
was
kid,
told as a
never
kid,
put my
don't touch 'em.
hands on 'em.
Don't touch 'em. I was
Because
told.
I deal with death every day of my life. Why would I try to disrupt that energy balance that we've grown and we've created
Facts.
together? So it's like they know I'm here. I know they're there. That's it.
We're gonna leave that boundary.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't need to talk to you.
My house is 140 years old, and it's terrifying. It's like it's this massive Victorian house. It's like 7,000 square feet. There's a butler staircase, and so one time people came over and they did a Ouija board at the house. I didn't fuck with it.
I would have not let that shit in my
Yeah, I
house.
probably
Well,
wouldn't
it's
even
not
been
you.
there.
It
Yeah.
connects to the person that opens the portal.
Got
so
you.
Fuck
Okay.
them, you know.
Right.
And it's spelled
Take
butler.
that shit home with
They-
you.
They actually spelled Butler, and I was like, all right, fuck. So it must have been the person that, because there's no known deaths.
Right.
But I think maybe they and then right in the basement. You know, what I mean, no one misses a
butler.
butler or maid or things like that.
Yeah.
So, but I think it never bothered me because I love the house, clean the house, take care of the house. Like, so I
Right.
think if it was a butler, they understand that. And I remember one time a friend stayed over, and it was in one of the rooms facing like west, and he was laying there and he felt someone like trying to make the bed. He felt like the corner was like the sheet was folding over.
Yo.
And then the bed started shaking. It was 2 a.m. I remember because he called for a ride to get picked up and left.
No shit.
Yeah, I would have been out of there.
Like, I gotta go.
And I was like, shit happens, you know.
Yeah.
That's
you could have
crazy.
just said hi and went back to sleep.
Yeah. So they think it was like the butler trying to make the bed and like trying to shake him, move him, pull the sheet.
I probably would have been freaking the fuck out. Full blown freaking out.
He freaked out. It was pretty hilarious.
Did you hear screams?
No.
Oh. I was talking about him screaming.
No.
You,
I would've
that would
lost
have been
my
me.
shit.
I was
I
what
would've
the
screamed
fuck?
like a little
What?
bitch.
I'd have been screaming. I ain't gonna
know,
hold
that's
you.
what I'm
I'd have been screaming.
Yeah, he used to be a member of my old band, so it was like I think he was trying to be like it's cool, it's
Like
cool. I'm
macho?
just gonna get out of here, you know.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, see you later.
He'll cry. He gonna cry in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's fair. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So I've had my. I mean, like I said, I keep my boundary between the living and the dead. I think it's very a respect energy based situation, and it's like
Would you ever own something kind of like the Warrens, like an Annabelle doll? Would you ever put one of those in the shop?
I've had pieces of Eileen Wuornos' clothes. I've owned.
Oh, the
pieces-
girl that was killing all the.
Yeah, she's a serial killer.
Yeah, yeah.
I've owned Charles Manson things, some of his Atwa stuff. Yeah. So I've owned some of that stuff. I tried to buy off Jonathan Davis. He's a singer of Korn. I tried to buy Pogo's clown suit.
Oh,
who
you
is,
talking about-
shit.
John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy. Tried to buy his clown suit,
Whoa.
which was like
Yo.
disgusting. And he's like, listen, you don't want it. He's like, it has so much bad energy. And I was like, well, that's. Then he's like, no. He's just like, nah. And I was like, all right. And then it became a thing. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, whatever.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
He got
bro.
rid of it. He doesn't have it anymore. He
I
sold
would probably burn it.
all
at that point.
of his. So Jonathan Davis had one of the biggest serial killer memorabilia collections out of
Oh,
any.
shit.
He had Ted Bundy's beetle, John
Yeah.
Wayne Gacy's clown suit, like millions of dollars worth of fucking the coolest shit ever.
I like shit like that. I'm into all that type of shit.
And he told me one day that his kid was having nightmares, all this stuff. And then I guess I don't remember. I don't want to like misquote, but either it was like his kid was in Ted Bundy's car and he said he saw somebody, or he was outside of the car and he saw somebody in the car. And then after that, he sold everything, and his kid stopped having nightmares. So he's like,
Yeah, that shit gotta go.
yeah. So
And kids ain't gonna lie to you.
no,
Right, that's the thing.
No.
You trust your kid, yeah. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, they see it, so he doesn't have any more. But yeah, it's weird because when you collect things, you want the next coolest thing. Like you start with anybody that I always tell people, they come in the store, like, well, what do I start with? I said, start with anything, literally anything, because once you get this, you want like, oh well, I want this, and then I want this. I started with just like,
I want a fucking lion.
yeah. I started with an animal skull, and now I have some wild shit. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that was like because like, oh, I want this. And my biggest thing I ever wanted, I was like, well, I want a human fetus in a jar. It was like in collector world, that's one thing. You know, you get these old medical specimens of. I have like 10 now.
Word.
And like human faces in jars and brains and arms.
See,
and
that's
shit.
the creepy shit. It's like you talk about the fetuses. That's like normal because you see it. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to say it's normal, but you see it.
Yeah.
But like a face.
It's wild. It's actually, you know, to do a foolish plug, you can buy my NFT. You go to the Strange Unusual, well, cards.thestrangeandUnusual.com, and you can buy. I have NFT packs, and one of those NFT packs has a face in a jar in it.
That's crazy.
And it's like, and they're also like, we have animated versions of them. They're like redeemables. We have, you can craft packs to get tarot cards. You can craft packs to get an actual X-ray of my skull. There's
That's
actually
wild.
4 total X-rays. I think they left, right, front, and back of my skull, which is really cool. So, because I was like, I want to get in the NFT game. You know, everyone, and this was like 6 months ago, 8 months ago.
Okay.
It was just like, I was like, fuck it. I was like, this seems cool. It seems interesting. So there's an entire NFT line from a lot of my collection, a lot of cool shit, which is just interesting. 'Cause
I'm fresh into the game for NFTs.
it's
so-
fun. It's so interesting to see like your wallet build, and you see like those, especially when you're like selling the NFTs and getting those secondary sales,
Right.
Because it's always, doesn't matter how many times it
Like,
sells, you're still getting fucking,
what is it,
even
like
if it's
10%
pennies,
or something?
Depends on how you I think I'm getting 7%.
I should jump into it with the music, bro.
I want to release. So I've been slowly making music. I want to release them as NFTs. It's genius.
Word.
And then you should be able to, like, when you release it as a music NFT and someone buys it, they can craft it and get one of your T-shirts.
Word.
So redeemables are super hot in the NFT game.
Mhm.
So like, people want those redeemables. So like, if you release songs, like say you release and they get 3 songs, they craft it and they, you know,
They get some merch.
they can get merch.
Ours is a
Word.
little bit more of the redeemable, whereas if you own any of the bipolar collection, that you get a free 1-hour session for online mental health.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's what ours is more geared towards,
Yeah.
is mental health and awareness for it. And
Yeah, that's really cool. That's actually really awesome. I think a lot of that's one thing with dudes needs to be like pushed, is like,
honestly, especially in men,
Like, go-
because
go see
it's
a-
very frowned upon. Like, go
Yeah.
talk to somebody.
go see a fucking therapist. Yeah,
Who
yeah.
hurt you?
But no,
Those-
Everybody.
everybody.
Who hurt you?
I am
Yeah.
hurt. But no,
I
we're
probably
doing
definitely need a therapist.
fair. We all do. Let's be real.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We're gonna do an NFT line for Noir. We're gonna do something where it's like you can, if you own the NFT line, there's gonna be a special day that we're open that are only for NFT owners.
Oh, that's what's up.
So
Yeah,
like,
that's lit.
there's only one place that I've ever seen do it, and then me and Steve, my partner, we're gonna do like an NFT line. You can get a special drink, you can get this, you can get all this shit. So
What's your baseline Ethereum for them?
I don't know.
You don't know what like they sell for?
I don't know yet.
Oh, you didn't launch yet?
No.
Oh,
wait,
okay.
which one? Like
Either or.
I haven't looked in like 3 months.
You're just like, I'm just gonna stick. I'm just collecting the money.
Well, it stresses me out. I was following it so much, and watching everything
Mm-hmm.
is it consumed.
So we haven't launched yet, and that's kind of like the nervous part. Since, this is kind of like my love child too. I mean, Steve created it, but I've drawn all of the bears with DJ. Shout out DJ. He's been killing it as
Shout
well.
out DJ, man.
So the big thing is my Strange Unusual one is on wax, which is a side. It's like a side. It's a parallel to Ethereum, except the gas fees aren't crazy. It's a different. It's a whole little different chain. It has its open sea is called Atomic Hub, so it's
Okay.
like, but it's it does 30 million fucking exchanges a day. Like it's still like on par with OpenSea because
This
Ethereum
whole process
is just,
still blows my mind.
it's wild.
Honestly.
So I think when we do this the Noir one, I think we might also do it on Wax because the gas fees for Ethereum are just like, you don't want to buy like,
Yeah.
let's say we started at whatever, but you're paying $125 gas fee on top of that. So we want to kind of nix that out because Atomic Hub and Wax, you can do credit card sales as well, which is awesome. It
Instead of
opens.
just dealing in crypto.
Yeah, so it's like,
This a whole different language. You speaking Spanish to me, but I'm enjoying it.
well, that's the thing is like you can get with my thing, you can spend $12 or $16. I forget what the fuck it is. You can spend $12. You get a pack. It's like almost like trading. I built it like trading cards.
Okay.
So you can get a pack of 8 or a pack of 12, and you don't know what's in that pack. And so you open it, and then you get rarities inside those packs. So it's more fun. It's like
That's
literally
what's
like
up.
it's like your sports cards or Pokemon or like
Word.
it's cool. It's more fun. It's like you get to, and then when you open the pack, it dissolves.
Dick in a
It's like-
jar.
Let me see. Oh, the dick in a jar is not one. That's gonna be on the next set. Let me find out. I want to show you. You guys keep chatting. Well, you guys chat all the time. You're here
Yeah,
chatting to me.
We're always chatting.
I'll show you a video. Oh, here it is right here, actually. I think. Let me see.
Nah, this fucking butterscotch shit is popping though.
Right?
Yeah, shout outs to Parlor again.
I got the birch beer.
Definitely. Shout out to Parlor.
All right, so here is like when you buy a pack. Let me see if it'll go. My service mirror shit. So when you buy a pack, you get this video. It basically pops up, and if it decides to go, so there's two different packs. There's a dearly and the beloved pack.
Okay.
So when the pack goes, it goes like this, and the pack, it explodes, and then your pack opens. And then the cool thing about this is you actually get the package.
Yeah.
It rips open, and your first NFT is the ripped package.
Okay.
Which is really strange, but it's like, it's just one of those things. And actually, like, in certain packs, just the ripped pack is rare. It's fucking crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Here's like, here's one of them. Oh, let's see if it's not gonna load. Is it? Oh, wait, it was. So that's like one of them. So it's a human hand, and then we had it animated. So one of the tiers is like an animated. I have one tier that's actually narrated by Doug Bradley, who is Pinhead from Hellraiser.
Yep.
So you
That's
can
pretty
get
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's-
fuck yeah.
it's fucking awesome.
You got to get Robert Englund next.
Yeah.
He was on. So I do a Twitch. I own a company called Horror Hub. It's a marketplace for all things horror, and we have a Twitch channel.
I gotta tap into that because that's
Twitch is amazing.
He's got his,
Not,
he's
not,
got
not
his
even
toes
just,
in everything.
not even just Twitch, just your horror hub period.
Oh,
Because
it's awesome.
That's
It's
my
great.
that's really my shit.
So we
bro.
have like 2,000 products on Horror Hub. It's all like masks, props, all that shit. But no, you guys should get on Twitch. You're fools to not. It was like a gaming thing, but now it's
Like an everybody
It's an
thing?
everybody thing. So I go on and I have 2 Twitch shows. I have one where I do it's all music, and then I have one that's all horror. But the horror one isn't hosted by me. It's hosted by Doug Bradley, which is awesome. And
That's fucking
so
dope.
he's a partner in that company with me, and we've had Robert Englund on. We've had tons of guests on. It's so
That's what's up,
massive.
man.
It's so cool. It's super fun. But
Tony Todd.
not yet. Tony Todd's awesome.
Yeah, that would be dope.
We were supposed to do. I did a convention, Bazaar of the Bazaar in Wilkes-Barre, and he was going to be one of the guests. And COVID, everyone
yeah.
canceled everything for the year. And it was just like
Yeah.
fuck. But no, he's like one of the nicest human beings.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I mean, all those horror dudes are fucking awesome. Like, and they're always super polite. They're always super nice. Like, that community is one of the best communities out of, like, this world is the most respectful world in existence
Word.
because we're all fucking weirdos and we get it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love horror, man.
Well, we grew up on this shit too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, in a way, you kind of look up to them like superheroes. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
how I always have.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I met Doug, I was just like, because I met him through one of my friends who owns the company Blackcraft. He was hosting they used to have Blackcraft Wrestling, so he was like the host of theirs, and I was like, hey, like, can you like introduce me? And he's like, yeah, of course, and like, whatever. And then me and Doug actually became like really good friends because he was just like the nicest human being. And I was like, can we like become friends? Is that cool?
It's kind of hard to like ask that type of stuff, especially with something like attached to somebody's name.
It's Pinhead, dude.
Do we hug now?
Yeah.
him and his wife.
Do you want to see my ass tat?
Just
You want to see?
so now
You
they're
want to see
like,
my ass?
so they're basically a part of the company Horror Hub, which is amazing to be like to have like a horror icon.
Word. Yeah.
On that side, which is fucking.
That's big.
Hell yeah.
Huge. It's huge. So it's crazy. But yeah, you guys got to get in the Twitch game, NFT game. It's fucking. It's just.
We
cool.
were thinking about doing one for Super Smash Productions because the stories just TY himself comes up with and like the characters he creates.
Yeah.
Like Baldini the Hood Genie. I've already drawn a picture of him, so he's coming out of a Douce bottle.
Lit.
I honestly,
I'll see if I can show
it's worth the shot. It doesn't matter. I always tell people if you want to go 1,000 miles, if you want to walk 1,000 miles, you have to take the first step.
Word. That's
You know
a
what I mean?
fact.
Yeah.
So it's like
I just got a lot of personas.
fair. Me too. I love that.
Baldini the Hood Genie.
And then you can craft it to get shows that are unreleased. You know.
That's what we were thinking about doing, but at this point it's viewer interaction that we don't have yet is what we've been trying to work on, to be able to do
Like, really
like a
go hard.
Patreon,
Yeah.
a Twitch,
Growing
to get that
growing
interaction is
a
the
platform
hardest.
Is fucking a pain in the ass, especially now. Like
Yeah.
I grew a lot of my platform before it was pay to play. Now it's pay to play, like
Mhm.
Facebook, Instagram, all that
Facts.
shit. Unless you're putting your ass on online or your tits or something, it's like, it sucks. Or like if a dude's like pulling his dick out, like
I'm gonna get my ass tatted.
yeah. Honestly, if you took pictures of your ass, you'd probably get more followers. That's what
It's
people
lit.
Like. Yeah.
You'll make that a thumbnail for your next tape.
Yeah. It sucks that like this doesn't just go to females; it goes to men as well. Over sexualization is the driving force for a platform these days, and it sucks.
It really is.
We talk a lot about
even
sex.
even in video games.
Yeah, there you
Look,
go.
see again, every episode
It's just-
we talk about sex in one way or another.
One way or
in
another.
every episode.
It comes up.
Yo, I was fucking this bitch, right?
But no, it's building the platform. I get it. It sucks.
Word.
But like, I literally, I try to put myself in every fucking alley or everything that I can get involved in. I always say yes, whether it kicks me in the ass or not.
Where you got to take risks.
Yeah, I take
Nothing wrong
every
with that.
single risk because I grew up poor. I grew up in a trailer park. My first car was $50. Like, I don't give a fuck. I've lived that life. I'll go back.
Word.
Knock on wood. Whatever. But everything's been going really well, so I can't complain. But things fail. I owned a salon, and that's the only thing I ended up selling. I was like, this is too much for me. I took
Word.
on way more than I can. I was like, I gotta separate from this. I gotta sell it off. But I mean, I sold it to one of the head stylists there. I was like, here.
That's what's up.
I was like,
Yeah,
fucking like,
take this shit.
This is too much for me. I was like, it's a lot. Like that was a big personality.
Right.
And I was like, I'm not giving it the justification that it deserves. And that was the only thing I kind of like disassociated with. But it was a very successful salon, which is
Right.
crazy. Like I said, and it's when you do things with passion and love and like, and it'll succeed whether or
Yeah,
not.
you
it
got
takes
to you
time
got
or
to you
not.
got to have love and passion.
Is
to
that one of the
whatever you're
reasons that
doing.
you wanted to stay around here?
I love it here.
Shit, you could have went anywhere.
No, don't give a fuck where else anything is. Our area is amazing because it gives you every opportunity that you can get anywhere else, but way cheaper and way easily.
Yeah.
You're not
Way
wrong.
easier.
Facts.
It's everyone grows up to get out of our area, and I'm the complete opposite. I want to make people come to this area.
I love PA. I'm
Yeah.
from Philly, so
I think that's the mentality of like us Valley kids, like win or lose. You know what I mean? Like that's like it's since I've been
We gonna go hard.
I grew up out here. Like I've always been like an all in kind of person. So, and that's another reason why we started this because we were
Facts.
just like, yo, we got to start putting this shit. We got to start
There's not
recording
much
this shit.
around here.
No.
In regards to like podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and-
no, I agree. It's make it. That's it. I
Yeah.
just remember like,
Mhm.
well, there's nothing to do. Create it.
Right.
I was like, I
go
wanted
throw
to-
rocks at trains.
Yeah.
Do
And
something.
honestly, I was like, I want a cool place to go fucking shop. I started Strange Unusual. I wanted a cool place to sit down and have a coffee. Like I created it. I wanted.
Right.
I don't drink, and I wanted to go to. I still wanted to go to bars because I wanted to hang out and like socialize. And I was like, there's nowhere for me to go because everywhere was like a bunch of shitheads, all this stuff. And I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'll start my own bar. Bar restaurant. And I was like, so I fucking did it. I was like, And anybody that tells you, well, I don't have money, I was like, fuck you, I didn't have any money either. Like,
Right.
I started, when I started The Strange and Unusual, I was literally picking out displays from trash to build the store. The guy who I got the building from gave me 3 free months of rent, didn't check my credit.
Oh, shit.
Because he was just like, cool. And that wasn't the first guy. It wasn't like I ran into some dude and he was like, hey, here's 3 free months. This was me like going and like, I was like, yo, man, can you give me 3 free months and not check my credit? Like, it was like going to each place because most places want first month, last month,
Oh, yeah.
all
yeah.
that shit. And the guy was just like,
Security.
he was just sitting on the spot for a long time. And I was like, hey, like, let us try. If we fail, we leave, you know?
Right.
Right.
And he did. And it was like literally a lot of the displays. I remember in Luzerne going down the street and there was a dumpster. And outside the dumpster was this it looked like a coffee table, but it was a square coffee table, probably like 40 by 40. But there was a piece of glass that was missing in the middle, so they threw it in the trash.
Right.
So I grabbed it. What the fuck was I even driving then? I don't even remember. It was definitely like a shitty SUV because I had to shove it in the back. I didn't have a truck then. So I took it and then I remember putting it in the middle of the store when you first walk in. I put a center tier thing that came up through the middle with like mannequin arms. I found a bunch of mannequin arms for like a couple bucks.
Right.
And I sold mannequin arms that they were displayed like coming all up of it. Like, so I've fake it till you make it, and you kind of like make people want things.
Right.
That's all I did. I was just like, oh, this is cool. If I display this cool, someone will want it. Like, so it was literally like finding things in the trash, or like cheap shit that people were giving away, and it's how I built this business. And now it's, we have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of inventory in here, and like this giant building, it's crazy to think that, getting trash turned into this, which is also funny because at that point I was a touring musician, and that just goes to show you how much money is in music.
Another man was it one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Another man's potpourri.
I fucking love trash. I'm not gonna lie, trash is fucking sick. I literally
All right,
dumpster dove
Forky.
at a funeral. I dumpster dove at a funeral home once and got all the stuff out, and I sold it for like, this was a long time ago. I think I got it, dumpster dove, and ended up cleaning all the shit, fixing all the stuff, and selling it for like $800.
Like prosthetics and shit.
Lit.
It was like weird, like bullshit. But I was literally in a dumpster, like pulling shit out of a dumpster because I don't
Facts.
give a fuck.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I can.
You gotta get it how you live.
Yeah, I can. It doesn't matter how much money I make. I'll sweep the
look at
floor
that
for
dumpster.
$10. Like,
Facts.
I don't care. Like, nothing is below me because I've been at the bottom.
I feel you on
That's
that
real
one.
shit. I like that.
I'm just like, fuck it. I was like, I go to my bar all the time, and I'll be washing dishes, I'll be sweeping, mopping, like all that shit. I'll come here, like Windex shit, like
Word.
that shit doesn't bother me. Like, fuck, I'm not
Right.
above literally anybody. I
Keeps you humble.
I came in.
It's like
I
you don't
remember-
come over here and sit in your throne and then watch everybody else.
I used to.
clean.
I remember that one of the best things was like, I had to do a grocery run for the cafe, and I sold it. This car was literally my favorite car. I used to have a BMW i8, and it was beautiful. It was like I had it wrapped matte black, and I was like, I had to go to the grocery store and literally put groceries filled in this. It's like BMW supercar.
Yeah.
It's a fucking beautiful car, and I was like, and the lady's like, are you getting milk and ice and putting it in that car? I was like, yeah. I was like, that's fucking
Right.
life. I
Kinda
was
have
like,
to.
she's like, don't you have people that do that? And I was like, yeah, but who the fuck am I?
Right.
And I was like, you know how I afford this car? By doing those little jobs and helping out,
Right,
and like
like, you busting your ass.
busting my fucking ass, and that's what the big thing. I was like, I remember when I bought that car, I was like, should I buy this car? I was like, fuck, should I buy this car? I was like, this is obnoxious. I've never bought anything obnoxious in my life, and I was like, I'm gonna buy this fucking car. And I was like, I was like, maybe they won't approve me. Maybe I can't get it. And the guy, I was like, hey, I want this car. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna look. If I'm not, I don't know if they're gonna, because like I said, I still don't know this is mine half the time.
Right.
And they're like, he's like, in 2 seconds, he's like, yeah, you've been approved. He's like, you want this car? I was like, oh, I was like, all right, yeah, sure,
yeah,
cool.
I
Like,
do.
Let's do it.
and then by the end of the day, I was fucking like, in a fucking
Ice cream in the back.
$150,000
Milk.
car, just fucking
That's
get
wild.
milk.
I can't even
Um,
think of that much money.
So it was
Like,
wild, yeah. And then I sold it, and the guy totaled it 3 weeks later.
Oh,
shit.
Whoa.
At least it was out of your hands.
Yeah.
Did he pay
Wah,
for it
wah,
before
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I got paid for it, so we're good. But I was really bummed. I was like, oh, you motherfucker, that car was so nice. So,
Goofy ass nigga.
yeah, people are so
Crashed my shit. I should have kept it.
But yeah, I mean, the good thing is, like, I always, like, Noir, I always call up. a high-end dive bar, but I'm like, I'm just a fancy piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do nice things, like go out to a nice dinner, but I also want to go jump in I have a dumpster in the back. I'm always in it, like stepping, like pushing
Stomping
the garbage
stuff down to get
I'm
more
like,
in
I can
it.
get more in there. We can get our money's worth. Let me kick that fucking trash down.
In the hood, we call that ghetto bougie.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
that's exactly. I'm literally like both ends of that, like wholeheartly. You know?
Facts.
Like I literally took my mother to get what is it called? I can't remember. You know when you're a kid and they what's the food? The place where you get like free food. What is it called?
Food bank.
Not the food
Food
bank.
bank?
What is it called
A
though?
soup
Food
kitchen?
pantry.
No. There's like our local one is called something.
Saint
I don't remember.
Luke's.
Whatever. I remember taking the $150,000 car to help my mother pick up a free turkey from the food bank.
Look, ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I was like,
Nothing wrong with
no
that.
shame
I
in
was
that.
like, am I a piece of shit to not buy my mother listen, I take care of my family.
Right.
They're fucking assholes, to be completely honest. They
As
think
soon as
I'm
we're done with their episode, he's
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Yeah, this is like $5, so
Yeah.
you guys gotta
Yeah.
pay me for this."
well, I mean, my family just because when you come from nothing, your family, when you start making money, they think you're a fucking bank.
Yeah.
So
that's
they,
the
you know,
worst.
it sucks. But I felt so bad, and I was like, fuck. Oh, the CEO. That's what it was called.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
CEO, yeah.
So we went to the CEO, pulled up, got a fucking free turkey. My mom couldn't even get out of the car because it's like a Lamborghini, like the doors that go up and shit like this. And I'm pulling up to the fucking CEO and getting free food in a $150,000 car.
That's
like
the
an
definition
asshole.
of ghetto bougie.
Yeah.
That's like back in the 90s when MTV used to let rappers host like for a day. And Old Dirty Bastard pulled up to like the Social Security building to get his check. Mind you, he like was like 3 albums in.
He's getting food stamps and
In a
everything.
limo. He pulls up in a limo.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Like that shit's funny as
That's
hell.
solid.
Gangster.
But the thing is, like, it wasn't my thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like I was getting the free turkey.
Right.
But you
Right.
could have. Fuck it. I want a turkey.
I could've, yeah. Can I have one? Like, no, fuck you. You're an asshole. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
Do you see your car?
It's funny to see where you come from and where you've become, but still also being in that world and
Word.
never getting it.
Still having that humbleness to you. You know what I mean? Like realizing, this was me at some point. Like
That's a fact. Listen, they give me a deal. Look, they better not get these niggas no money. I'ma still be in Walmart.
Honestly, music,
Hell yeah.
Music is shit. I've sold hundreds of thousands of records. Like,
Word.
fuck music.
I love music, bro.
I love music. Fuck the music industry.
Industry, yeah.
I love music. Let me
Yeah,
rephrase
the
that.
industry's kind of fucked up.
It's so shot that, by the time it hits you, you're begging for money. Like, it's so crazy and it hurts so much to see everyone gets theirs off the top. Everyone. And then by the time it gets to you, especially when you're a band and you're multiple people, I actually saw something the other day.
I'm a
that
solo
was-
artist.
Thank God. Stay that.
Same.
Do you sign a label?
No, I ain't got a
Don't do
deal
that.
yet. I'm still independent.
Don't do that. You'd be a fool. Use your own fucking money. They're just a bank.
I
Get
like
a-
the bank.
Get a publicist. Get a publicist and get a manager. 2 things you only need: a publicist, manager, and a booking agent. You don't need a label. I saw a
That's good
guy.
advice. I like
he said
that.
he said his guarantee was $1,000. So no, your manager takes 15%, your booking agent takes 15%, your business manager takes 5%. You have a merch guy that probably takes $100 a day. Let's say that. So plus if you have any other crew, maybe $100 a day. This was a 2-piece band. By the end of the night, getting paid $1,000. If they had crew, they made $0. If they have no crew, they made $225 or $250. So they got
That's
to share
crazy.
$125, and then plus they got taxed on that.
right. Plus, then
Yeah, that's
you got
wild.
gas and food for the night, and
Yeah.
then you're
So-
broke again.
So by the time it got down, you're literally. I'll never take. Being in the band was one of the most amazing things in my life, and I love the fans and I love the platform that it's given me. That's the one big thing that comes from music. You can build a great platform
Facts.
from it, and stem from that. Like this was built to where it is because of that platform, and I'll never take that away from what it was. But the music industry is such dog shit because they don't, and it happens with a lot of things. No one cares about the artist.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. When
Yeah.
I watch a lot of different interviews with a lot of artists, and a lot of people say, stay independent, stay independent. But listen, like just like you, bro, I come from nothing, bro.
Yeah.
So if a motherfucker gonna give me a single deal or album deal, and they gonna cut that check, what my man Young Thug say, I know how to get out the deal.
That's fair. I mean, it's actually pretty easy to get out of a deal. Just change your fucking name.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I mean, that's a big thing. Is like
Flaughter
you have to be
boy.
very
Right.
When a deal does come onto your table, don't just sign it.
Oh, yeah,
We've
never.
made that mistake, and it's like you do because you get excited.
Yeah.
Someone puts $100,000 in your face, you're like, I'm going to sign whatever the fuck's in front of my face.
Nah, I need more than that.
But-
I'm too nice.
That's how you get roped into a 360
yeah,
deal.
no,
360.
100,000.
And-
That's telling me 360 right there.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing is every deal now is every deal that you'll get onto your table will be a 360 deal. Every single one.
And
will
these
be.
labels will tell you to keep up your appearance and buy all this expensive shit with little money that you have, and before you know it, you know.
Well, it's like the Pennsylvania roads. They're gonna make you pay registration, pay insurance, but they're not fixing the potholes.
Oh,
You know
hell
what I mean?
no.
You're still
It's
hitting those
crazy.
potholes and ruining your car. You know,
I
it's
can't even
you know
imagine
what I mean?
that sports car on these roads.
Yeah,
You got to
it's
get
fun.
that free alignment for life.
Yeah, honestly. But no, the music industry it's beautiful if you control yourself. If you
Facts.
can control the things, your outcome, and
that's my biggest thing. Like that's what I talk about with these guys. Like I want to be able to be in control of my own shit.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna tell me what to do and how to do it. No, bro.
Yeah,
You're
it's-
not.
I'm gonna
it's
bring
tough.
C Sizzle in too.
This is my art.
you're better. I mean, that's why I say it's like almost better to find an investor that believes in you, and
Super
Word.
Smash Productions.
hire.
Yeah, Super
Why don't
Smash
we
Bros.
produce
Honestly,
you?
it's. I mean, you know how
I'm
much
saying.
it costs to record a record now? Nothing.
No, I don't pay for shit.
Nothing. You put that money into hiring a publicist because a publicist will get you. You can be intelligent, and what you can do is you can use that money. And what I would do is go to movie companies and sell the rights to your songs to like all these movies. No one understands that it's like an untapped market. That all these movies are looking for soundtracks, and they don't want to pay like Nickelback because they're whatever.
Right.
So they go to these independent people, these independent publicists, and they go and find Joe Schmo putting out fucking bangers,
Right.
and paying fucking $5,000 for their song. But it's not, they don't own your song; they just license your song for $5,000.
Say, what did I see the other day? Something about AC/DC's Thunderstruck is like one of the biggest ones for like
Licensing?
to license in a movie.
Licensing
like,
your music-
over like $500,000.
It's license a fucking song. You'll just put out songs and find someone that can license your shit.
Word.
You'll make so much more money than anybody.
Are you still able to license and stuff, or
No,
did
I
you
don't-
completely like step away,
no,
or like
I-
you guys didn't have any rights to that
I
stuff?
get my check once in a while from residuals, and that's it. I gave up a lot of my shit by just going like,
Just
I don't
washing
blame
hands with
you.
it.
It's
Yeah.
like, it was a chapter in your life, but now you have this and the restaurant.
I
and-
make more money in a day than I did in a month.
no shit. That's awesome though.
I remember one of the first tours I went on and watching a band, a dude just doing tons of drugs like heroin and coke and just being like, I was 17, 18 maybe. I was younger than 20 going on
Word.
tour with these bands, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
is going
I
on?
can't do half the
And I was
shit
like-
you guys are doing.
And I was like, oh my god, like I'm 32 years old. I've never touched drugs. I've never touched alcohol. I've never smoked a cigarette
That's awesome.
in my
man.
entire life.
Yeah.
And watching, I watched a guy.
Good for you, goody two shoes.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I watched a dude overdose in front of me when I was 9 or 10 years old.
Yeah.
Like like an adult. I
Yeah.
grew up in the projects in Edwardsville,
Word.
and just walking in, I was like, well, all right, well, I have to grow up. This is sick. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like, but you think you leave I thought I left that life by going to touring, and then you just like, fuck.
It's
you're doing
just
the
get
same
immersed
shit.
in
fancier
it.
people
Yeah.
doing the same shit.
Yeah, it's it's free.
I'll just be in it for the bread though. That's my main goal.
Me
I don't-
too.
I
I've
don't care
always-
about nothing else. I just want the money.
Same.
The bag.
I've always been growing. Well, I mean, I want
And
to
share my art.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I want to create experiences and make money doing it, because you know what fuels creativity? It's money.
Facts.
And
It sure does.
People go, "Oh, I don't need money." I was like, "Yes, you do." Like,
Yeah, you
Money
do.
makes
I-
the world go round.
I took a 1,000 square foot shop and made it a 5,000 square foot shop. And if no one was shopping at the other one, I wouldn't have been able to grow and do these bigger things. You know what I mean?
Right.
I put all of my money back into my empire.
Right.
All
As
of
you,
it. Like,
as you should.
I got a couple dollars in my bank account because I'm investing in. I'm 32 years old. I want to retire by the time I'm fucking 35, 37, 38. You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with
Word.
Like I mean, I'll never retire because I can't sit down for more than.
But
2
you want to be
seconds.
sitting lovely where there's
Yeah.
though
You want to be
could.
comfy.
I want to be comfy. I want to be like, hey, I want to go buy this $150,000 car and be like, this is okay.
that.
Right.
I
Like,
really
this
want
is
that
fine.
mummy now.
Right, yeah, right.
I actually today I was actually super bummed out today because I My friend is at Mecum, which is an auto auction down in Florida today. And what went up for auction was, so there's, you guys know what the Munsters are?
Yes.
So there's a car called the Dracula.
Okay.
And there was only 5 ever made for the Munsters show. And one went up for sale at an auction today. And I put in a
bid for
a
it?
bid. And I got smoked. And I was so bummed because it said, so it was like the estimate was 50 to 70,000. And this is a one of 5 car. It's a George Barris car. Who George Barris did like all the cool shit. He did like the Batman car, all the monster shit.
Did he do Ecto 1?
Ecto 1, I think that's a Barris car. He just does all the coolest shit.
That's lit.
It's signed by Barris. Has a certificate of authenticity. It was one of 5. It was the 5th one made, so it was the most authentic. And I was like, oh man, if this it was listed between 50 and 70. I was like, oh, I'll go to like 60.
Word.
You know, it went for $440,000.
That's because Rob Zombie's got that new movie coming. Yeah.
I said the same. I was like,
That's
you
crazy.
motherfucker. I was like, once in my life, I finally have money to be able to buy something I really want and a piece of like history, like the most iconic thing. And I was like, I'll swing for the fences to go to here. I was like, whatever,
Right.
fuck it. I was like, and I was so bummed out. So bummed out because I was like, fuck. I was like, I can afford this.
That's a
like,
lot of
this
chicken.
is crazy. It went for $440,000, and that's a 10% buyer's premium. Plus, you have to ship it, so they're putting another $44,000.
Right, you can't drive that shit
on
back
top of
from
that.
Florida.
$44,000 on top.
Crazy.
So almost $500,000 that car went for. I was like, you motherfucker.
Would you cruise the Ave with it?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Word.
Hell yeah.
The
Word.
first thing I would do was get it shipped here, and as soon as it was obviously no salt, I'd be fucking cruising.
Word.
Too.
But I was like so bummed
5
out.
miles an hour.
No,
That's
I'll be going
crazy,
I'll be going
bro.
like 80.
That's $500,000.
Yeah, but I mean, if I had that money, I would have bought it.
Word.
No, like, I love things that are. I never had a childhood, so I do goofy shit all the time. Like I buy
Word.
toys, all this stuff. I do ridiculous shit.
What's
I
the
have
rarest toy you have?
the rarest toy?
Well, most expensive / rarest.
I mean, I just
whichever
bought a
one.
'58 Chevy delivery. It was complete restored rotisserie frame, everything frame off restoration. Has a 454 big block in it. It's awesome. It's a fucking
damn.
monster. I love that car. I have a '55 Divco milk truck, which is like a super rare, like. Little
If those are
delivery
your
truck.
toys, listen.
I thought you were talking about action.
Yeah, I'm like,
figures.
I'm over here like, I'm thinking you're gonna be like, yeah, I got the
He's like, no, I
exclusive
got these
Superman joint.
big-ass cars.
I have
Nigga
two-
said I got the engine blocks.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, hold
I
up.
have 2 flamethrowers. Oh, I have 1 flamethrower. I just sold 1. I have I have a half pipe in one of my houses in Pittston. I own a church in Pittston.
Word.
There's a half pipe in there. So I'm basically like
Inside or outside?
inside.
Inside.
Yeah, I don't fuck
Damn.
around.
Damn.
No shit.
So I'm basically like
We fly high.
I'm basically like
no
a
lie.
16-year-old kid. Yeah.
You
Well,
know it.
Like you said, you didn't really have much of a childhood, so like
You gotta do what you
Yeah.
gotta do.
So like, do you
Turn
get like
it up.
you get like a nice session going with like the half pipe? Like
Yeah,
yeah.
It's fun. I mean, I haven't skated in a while now, but
Yeah, you
Listen,
should have seen me on
what-
roller skates. I can't even imagine myself on a skateboard
whatever
now.
you do, bro. Don't buy the Jolly Green Giant. Please don't do that.
that's fair.
All right.
But yeah, it's I like things with wheels. That's like my I have like quads and dirt bikes and side by sides.
Word.
And, you know, my.
Do you have a
cars.
Vespa?
No, but I would buy one in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I saw one at an estate sale once, and they wanted like $2,000 for it or something. I was like,
Damn.
that's cool. And then they like I was like, oh, I'd be interested for like. I was like, I'll give you $1,500. And they're like, no, we think we can get. I think they had a list for 3. I think actually. And I was like, I'll give you $1,500. I don't care that much. And I left, and I left my number, and I was like, "Oh, if you change your mind." And they called me like 4 hours later, like, "We'll take $1,500." I was like, I'm over it. I was like, I'm over it. And I was like, but I kicked myself in the ass because it was like a proper '70s Vespa, probably
Word.
worth a couple bucks. And I was like, I'm over it.
Just cruising around
I'm
the
a very
property.
like,
Let's
that's
get it done
that's
right
my
now.
decision.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
my decision is then. If not, I'm on to the next thing. I'm like always going forward, always trying to go forward, and it's great.
Just keep
you
it
know,
moving.
So what's like the car that like you as soon as you know it's going up, like you know like something else like
I really would love a Ford GT. It's basically America's supercar. It's like an American-made supercar. It's fucking beautiful. I mean, I love those cars, but they're again, I think they're $600,000 or $700,000.
Hard
They're
pass.
beautiful. I mean, honestly, the Dragula was one.
I want the Michael Keaton Batmobile.
Batmobile. There's replicas for that for sale. I've seen them. They're awesome for like $100,000.
Yeah, we don't have that
Beautiful
kind of
ones.
money yet.
Not yet.
There's a
you know what I'm saying?
so
I'm
there's
speaking into existence.
a 1927 Bugatti
Damn.
is there's two. There's one that looks like a race car, but there's one that's stretched. I can't remember the name.
I didn't even know they went back that far.
Oh,
I woke up
beautiful.
and I almost on it.
So those, so it looks like something the Penguin would drive. It's a, I gotta look it up
Word.
now, but it's a I think it's an Atlantic. I think it's a 1927 Bugatti Atlantic, and it's one of my favorite cars in existence. And the guy who bought the one that I like, what I think it was Mark Jacobs.
What an asshole.
Yeah, like a piece of shit. And it was $1 million.
He dropped a bag on that joint.
Bugatti.
I can't even imagine having that type of money.
I can't
in my
either.
hand.
I can.
Just
I'm
to buy shit
imagining
like
it.
that? Oh, yeah.
Just like
Okay.
I don't even know what it, like. $500.
Okay,
like
so
$5,000.
it was
feels like.
it was an SC Atlantic sold for $100 million.
Damn.
And it was, who the fuck bought it? I need to know. Oh, I have to show you a picture of it because it's fucking unreal. Oh, Ralph Lauren bought it.
Figures.
So it's
My man. I fucks with Ralph. Say,
yeah, honestly, what a
you
fucking,
ain't Ralph?
like no one like it's look at that.
Yeah, that's definitely a penguin
Yeah,
joint.
It's
that's-
terrifying.
That's crazy.
Like it's one of those cars that you're just like, look at that back.
Damn.
Like it's a terrifying car. It looks like I want to just look like a Disney villain always in my life. So yeah, it's a Type 57 SC Atlantic.
That shit is hard.
Bugatti, and it's just like one of those cars you're just like, I'll never be able to
And
ever.
look, that look like one of them cars you get out and be like, nah, see?
Yeah, you have a cane. I'll have a cane.
Yeah.
You have to have a monocle or some
Yeah.
shit when you get out.
So that's like one of my dream cars.
You have to have like a fake Cruella DeVille cigarette though.
Yeah,
That's
one
fair.
The holder.
I love
one of them
so-
long ass Virginia
yeah.
Slims.
So that's what the fuck is that car that she drives? Is a Duesenberg.
Oh, Crew Up the Ville?
Yeah. Those are cool fucking cars. They have like all, like they're beautiful cars. You ever see the movie The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
That
yes.
car
Yeah.
is made for that movie. Obviously, that's a car that I would love to have. Like, I love iconic cars. I almost bought a hearse that was a George Barris hearse. He's one of my favorite car designers.
Word.
So anything that George Barris has touched, I want every single thing. So in my life, if I become filthy rich, like disgusting rich, I will buy every George Barris car that I can buy.
Word.
He's done every like cool, like when you think of like you said, he's done the original Batmobile, he's done the Monster Coach, the Dracula, like cool like fucking cars, like concept car. You think
Word.
it's like real cars.
Who
Like,
did the Clampets car? The truck.
probably Barris. I need to know now.
The Clampets.
What is it? What with that? Who designed?
The
I
Clampets.
wonder if it's him. How do you spell that?
KLAM maybe. Not an
Car.
N, but an M.
It's a Barris car.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
That's awesome.
So according to Barris, responsibility for creating the Clampets truck fell to Hollywood customizer George Barris. According to Barris TV, and Barris was asked to design a suitable vehicle for a hillbilly family. Barris found a 1921 Olds behind a feed store in nearby Fontana,
Killed it.
California. So yeah, George Barris is like, he's one of those people that are just like, he thinks so, and that's how I like to think. I like to think so far. I don't look up like mood boards or things like that. I don't look up anybody else's work.
Right.
I don't go on what's that site, that Pinterest. Like I don't
Yeah.
go on like Pinterest. I go, how do I feel about how this should look?
Right.
And I go with it. And that's what I feel like a person like George Barris does. Like he goes, what the fuck what do I think this would look like? And he builds it. And
He's dope at it.
He's fucking great. He's
Right?
like one of the
that,
best.
That extra line of vision or that extra like sight to see and like build stuff like that. That's how I feel sometimes. Like when I draw, it's like, what can I make out of this fucking Douce bottle and making a genie?
Word.
Creating stuff that doesn't exist is just so mind blowing.
It's
I
so
think that's
fun.
how I feel about like music, bro. It's
Right,
like
you just
it's like
pull the
colors
bars
to
out
me.
of absolutely
If that
nowhere.
if that makes any sense.
Mm.
It's like
Yeah, I
it's
think
like
it
almost
does.
like painting type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's amazing. Creative human beings are so vastly underrated. It's disgusting.
Really are.
Because, and I try to say that I am a creative entrepreneur,
Right.
which is so hard to find these days because creatives are so isolated and so like to themselves, and they don't want to deal with business. And
Yeah.
business people just want to make money and they don't want to fuck with creative. They just want to go, all right, is this going to make money? Go. Like, they don't want to, like, I always say the same thing. I was like, if it's a difference between making $10,000 and having something that is bland, but it's making $10,000, or making $5,000 and having an experience, having a creative, like, enlightenment.
Plans
I'll make
B and C.
$5,000
Right.
all day, because the business person in me is like, yeah, I'm making $5,000, but this person that's experiencing this $5,000 is going to come back 10 times. This
Facts.
person that's experiencing this 10,000 is like, this was cool. I experienced it.
No, move on.
I'll move on.
Yeah.
Right.
So I always think of the long game. You know what I mean? From, always.
Facts. I like that.
I'll make $1 in perpetuity for the rest of my life, because I know maybe next year that'll be $2.
All right, Mr. Wonderful.
I was just about to say that.
I want to go on Shark Tank. That'd be sick.
Right.
But no, I mean, I'm all for the experience and having someone, a creative. So it's people always overlook creatives. They don't give a fuck about creatives. Like, especially people with money don't care. It took me 10 years for someone to be like, I believe you. Here, let's do this. I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
Right.
I was like, me? Like,
We should go on Shark Tank with the shimmy band ballers.
I'm
literally
already buying
just a
it, whatever it
drink.
is.
So it's a shimmy band ballers.
It's,
So-
it's alcoholic drink.
Oh, Shark Tank is frowns on liquid.
They really
not-
do that in
yeah.
like food products. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's really weird because they don't have shelf lives. They want a sustainable product that is fucking that's bullshit.
It's gonna be sustainable.
Yeah, that's true. Just 1,000 proof.
Yeah, it's sustainable. You know what I'm saying.
So,
It's
but
gonna make you eternal.
But yeah, there's so people with money don't respect creatives. They do. There's people that do. I had speaking of, like, I have a friend that has, he's a good businessman. He's got his shit going on. And he approached me. He's like, he's like, I have this. What do you think of this? What would you do here? And I'm like, are you asking? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, if I were to give you the keys, what would you do? And I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, wait, like, what do you mean? And I was like, he's like, well, if we were going to business together. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, this, and this. It's one of the biggest things on my bucket list. And I was like, I pitched the idea. And he's like, oh my God, I love it. He's like, let's try to make that work. And I went, oh my God. I was like,
That's awesome.
I was like, and I was like, because usually you never sit in a room with someone, a powerful person, when you're a person that, I don't dress anything besides this.
Right.
I have, usually
You're
have,
authentically you.
Yeah, like I said, the pants that I'm wearing, I probably got for free or paid $30 for, This hoodie I got at probably H&M for $10, $12. You know what I mean?
Word.
And I'll go into a meeting with people that are multimillionaires looking exactly like this, because I don't give a if you don't like me for who I am.
right.
then
How
we're
about
not
not gonna be
like,
good for
how about we
business
listen to
anyway.
my ideas
Yeah.
and
Right.
don't mind, like, don't pay
Yeah.
attention to or care about what I look like.
I know if I want to deal with a person within the first 5 minutes of dealing with them.
Word.
And it's like whether I'm like, all right, because I'm very energy based, and I feel like I put off that energy. Like, I'll go, I'm literally unapologetic to myself. I'll pull up in my fucking 2009 GMC, I'll fucking get out with like Nikes on and black pants with literally like we're doing a podcast. You guys can have millions of listeners, viewers, and I have dough on me. Like, I have literal pizza dough on me because I was trying to move a mixer like before I came here, and like it's who I am. Like,
Right.
If you
But
guys,
ultimately,
yeah.
you talking about reading energies and everything. We are going to wrap it up, but it really does mean a lot that you brought us here.
Yeah,
and
man.
You wanted
Thanks.
to sit
We
down and
definitely
talk with
appreciate
us.
it.
Yeah, I'm also will talk forever. So thank God.
Oh no, yeah.
I'll literally talk for like 17 hours. It's like
Dude,
bullshit.
listen, man. This, like I said, this is an awesome place. Like, and it's one of those places like people probably like thinking like, I guess some people come in like a little scared, whatever.
Oh yeah. Skeptical.
I didn't feel that way at all when I came here. I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, you know what I mean? And like, I'm the biggest chicken shit ever.
I try to appeal to everybody. That's the big thing. Is like, if you're a 40 or 55-year-old soccer mom, or you're fucking, super like a 19-year-old metalhead, like, this is the place for you, because we welcome everybody, and that's
Yeah.
all of my businesses. Like, we welcome everybody. I'll never.
Word.
The term gatekeeper should be tossed in the fucking trash.
You're right.
And,
exactly
and
right.
I'll wholeheartedly, if someone wants to be like, if someone has never bought a skull before and is wearing a suit and tie and doesn't know this world and comes in and it's like, I would never be like, oh no,
No, I don't want to sell to you.
I'd be like, you come in here, and I was like, I want to sell you your first skull because I want to also sell you your fucking 100th skull when you
Right.
get into this.
That's
you know?
awesome.
Facts.
So I'm a very anti-gatekeeper. So that's where we'll wrap that up.
Word.
Word.
T.Y., where can we
Appreciate
find you?
You can find me on all platforms at Flyboy Young. That's FLIBOIYOUNG. Make sure y'all go get that new single out right now. Tonight is popping. You know what I'm saying?
Is it called Tonight?
It's called Tonight.
Okay, I thought you were
know
just
what
like,
I'm
go
saying?
get that single tonight.
Yeah, it's called Tonight.
Just wanna
Oh,
make
hold
sure.
up. And we still got the Slick Rick freestyle bubbling, so check that out. Add that joint to your playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Do we?
You can find me on Instagram, Doobie Branch Comedy.
You need to
can
stop
find me
holding that
on-
microphone like that.
I'm sorry, it's just a habit.
He's just holding like.
You can find gripping the pole crazy. Pause.
Hey, leave him alone.
I'm all
You
right.
can
I'm
find
all right.
me.
I'm all right. Let me start over. You can find me on Instagram at Doobie Branch Comedy. You can find me on Facebook as well, Doobie Branch. You can find our page on Instagram, Super Smash Productions, and you can find us on YouTube, Facebook. Soon we're getting back on Anchor, right?
We keep fucking saying that.
I know we keep saying it for our audio only fans. But yes, please tune in. And like I said, you see that little bell at the bottom right there in the corner. Subscribe,
Smash that joint.
hit the like. Let us know how you feel. Give us feedback. We appreciate you guys. We love
Talk
you guys.
y'all shit.
Wait,
We'll give you time. You can give us your shameless plugs. Let us know what you're doing really quick. I mean, I feel like you summed up most of it, but if you want to give your information, your handles, your
Where
Twitch
can they
stream,
find
stuff
you
like
at?
that, go ahead.
I honestly, it's weird because I don't have a business card, and I never will. I think, but you can. I mean, honestly, find me anywhere. I have The Strange and Unusual. You can find me at The Strange and Unusual, at Noir Dark Spirits, at Horror Hub Marketplace, at Drink Parlor, at Josh Balz, at wherever. Honestly, you find me walking around somewhere.
And me, Crash_concoctions on Instagram. This art ain't free. The Bipolar Collection and at the Bipolar Collection NFT as well on Instagram. You can check out some of our prototypes. We are getting ready to do our pre-sale soon, so be on the lookout for that. Again, thank you very much for having us, and I love you guys.
thank you, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Yep.